At the Arc Baltimore, we envision a world that values every person with a developmental disability, from birth through their golden years, and provides them with access to the resources and support they need to live life to the fullest. For nearly 74 years, we've been a lifeline for thousands of families in Baltimore during times when their future feels uncertain for their loved ones with disabilities. Whether it's a mother welcoming a beautiful newborn son with Down syndrome, or elderly parents realizing they can no longer safely care for their adult daughter with autism in their home, families turn to us. When Davita Robertson learned of her son Xavier's diagnosis, she reached out to the Arc Baltimore for guidance in hopes of finding answers to her growing list of questions.
Xavier is a true miracle. He loves to just be three. He likes to play, he likes to sing, he loves music. There's really no limitations to him. His story pretty much goes back to his complications at birth. He had a traumatic brain injury. He was diagnosed with non-communicating hydrocephalus. So he has brain bleeds, he has seizures, he has cerebral palsy. He had so many challenges, and the resilience that I see from birth till now, he's just got so much strength. We were introduced to the ARC through a recommendation from one of Xavier's therapists as a resource for continued support. The organization got back in touch with us and gave us a counselor for our family. And her name was Mary, and she's been with us for 3 years. She's been an addition to our family. Xavier would have a really difficult time with transitioning. He does not like to get out of the car or get into the car. So Mary would just kind of go out of her way to come to the parking lot and have those meetings with us. Everything was done in the parking lot. I've never been in the building in 3 years. She really is a saint, and we're grateful for her. The ARC has been a really big resource and a really big stabilizer for our family. We were able to get Xavier a lot of the equipment, the special needs equipment, the medical equipment, the in-home assisted devices that he needed, something that I personally was not able to provide for him. The ARC is always reaching out, informing us of ways that we can stay connected to you or how you can better assist our family. And so that's something I think is invaluable. The ARC really kind of helped with allowing me to see Xavier as just my baby and taking the stress from all of these diagnoses to let us take that from you. Mommy, and you just take care of him so that we can make sure that you're okay. So I'm very, very thankful.
As children grow into young adults, their needs evolve. The Arc Baltimore is there every step of the way, offering educational resources and guiding them through their transition into the workforce. Marcus Hall and his family connected with us when he joined Project Search in high school.
It's on time for work and don't miss a day.
He's really passionate. He loves sports. He's really smart with numbers and dates. He's caring, considerate, hardworking.
He's always, had the drive. I think in Special Olympics, they had mentioned something to him about swimming. At the time, he didn't know how to swim. He would put water in the bathtub and stuff like that and taught himself how to swim. And we was very proud of him when he done that.
When we first connected with the ARC, they told us about it. I think it was his last IEP meeting. They had mentioned being this was going to be his last year of high school. He would be a good fit for the ARC program and Project Search, get some work experience and learn job etiquette and things of that nature, and prepare him, going into adulthood. It was quite easy to transition him from going from Dunbar High into Project Search. That people were really knowledgeable, assured me that this would be a good fit for him. Right now, he had a job interview with environmental services over at University of Maryland. That's what you wanted to do for a job, right?
Yes.
And your first choice was to work where?
In the dental school.
At the dental school.
Yes.
And then your second choice was where?
University of Maryland.
You got experience from Project Search, right?
Yes.
You know, he has the drive. You know, I definitely say that. Project Search just helped mold him into the person that he was, into the person that he is now.
He always showed up on time. He, gets up at a certain time, has to be there, dates, times. And I think by him being involved in this program, I think it's really nurtured and just made it that much better.
We also provide personalized supports for adults with disabilities at their homes and within the many communities they enrich. In the later stages of life, our compassionate care continues, always honoring their dignity, choices, and quality of life. Surrounded by the love of family, friends, and coworkers, Karen Glowacki experienced a life rich with meaning and passed away knowing what it means to be truly fulfilled.
Karen was a very fun-loving, loved life, loved it to its fullness. She did everything that she wanted to do. She loved working in church. She loved Special Olympics. She loved to travel. She was always an ambitious young woman. She wanted to work. At that point in time, I was chair of the Citizens Advisory Committee for Special Ed, so I knew a lot about the ARC of Baltimore. And I called them just before she graduated, and they started her right off with a job, almost right away. They got her a position at Mercy Ridge, even before it opened. And Karen worked in the kitchen there for 19 years. That was very important to Karen. And I think it was important to her because she needed to feel like she was part of something. Yes, she had Special Olympics that she was part of, but she needed to have something else, and that was the workplace. And that was very typical of Karen. She wanted to work. In 2002, she approached my husband and I and said she wanted to move out. Well, just by stroke of luck, I went to a neighborhood party and Lisa's parents were there. And Lisa had just lost her roommate. And the girls had gone to camp together for years. And I said, this might work. So I called ARC of Baltimore up and they said, okay. And they had a wonderful relationship. Because they knew each other for so long, it was almost like sisters. The ARC provided her with support within that residential. So if they wanted to go grocery shopping or to the movies or something like that, they would go with the support staff. It was a very happy experience. That's Karen. I mean, that is just so Karen. She lived a very full and fulfilling life. No regrets. No regrets. She had a good life. She was a good woman. Very kind to people. Without the ARC, none of this would have happened. None of it would have happened. I don't know where she would have been. I honestly don't. I am very thankful that ARC was even there at the time that Karen needed to transition. The leadership in the organization was wonderful, welcomed Karen in, found her a job right away. We just felt like they recognized what Karen needed in life and were there to support her.
From the first steps to the final celebration of life and everything in between, the ARC Baltimore is always there for people with developmental disabilities whenever they need us.